Taxpayers for Public Education versus Douglas County School District, a significant legal dispute in Colorado centered on the boundaries between public funding and private, often religious, education. Levet, 2017, explains that voucher programs in the United States were created to provide tax-funded scholarships for families seeking to enroll their children in private schools. The movement for vouchers took shape in the 1980s, peaking with Wisconsin's groundbreaking program in 1989, which withstood legal scrutiny under the Establishment Clause. This success set a significant precedent for similar initiatives in other states, notably Ohio, where the U.S. Supreme Court affirmed its constitutionality in 2002. By 2015, voucher programs had spread to 13 states. Yet, efforts in Colorado had repeatedly stumbled, meeting with voter disapproval and a 2004 ruling from the Colorado Supreme Court that underscored the principle of local governance in education. This ongoing battle highlights the contentious landscape of educational reform and the myriad legal and political challenges faced by advocates. In 2010, the Douglas County School District launched the Choice Scholarship Program, CSP, with the idea of providing taxpayer-funded grants to enable students to attend approved private schools. Initially, it offered 500 scholarships and allowed private schools the autonomy to determine their tuition rates and admission criteria, including considerations based on religious affiliations. The district labeled the Choice Scholarship Program as a charter school, lacking a physical location, teachers, or textbooks. It functioned as an administrative framework that allowed students to use public funds for private education. Students applied to both the charter school and partnered private institutions. Upon acceptance, they were enrolled in the charter school, enabling the district to collect public funds. The district kept 25% for administration and issued the remaining 75% to parents as a tuition check. In June 2011, a group of concerned citizens, referred to as the Petitioners, filed a lawsuit against the Douglas County School District and others, asserting that the Choice Scholarship Program violated the Public School Finance Act and the Colorado Constitution. The petitioners argued that the Choice Scholarship Program, CSP, was unconstitutional as it used taxpayer funds for private and religious schools, violating the state constitution. They claimed that routing funds through parents still constituted public support for religious education, and that calling it a charter school was a legal disguise for funding private institutions. In defense, the Douglas County School District and state officials maintained that the CSP did not violate the law since parents choose how to allocate the funds. They asserted that the program promoted educational choice and was neutral regarding religion, as funds could be used for both secular and religious schools, ultimately empowering families rather than directly funding religious institutions. While the trial court initially sided with the petitioners, the appeals court overturned this decision, asserting that the petitioners did not have standing and that the Choice Scholarship Program did not breach constitutional law. Subsequently, the Colorado Supreme Court concentrated on two pivotal matters: the standing of the petitioners and the constitutionality of the Choice Scholarship Program. Ultimately, the Supreme Court determined that the petitioners lacked standing under the Public School Finance Act. However, it ruled that the Choice Scholarship Program infringed upon Article 9, Section 7 of the Colorado Constitution, which prohibits the allocation of public funds to sectarian schools. The court concluded that the program served as a recruitment tool for religious schools by using public funds for sectarian education, which Justice Hobbs deemed constitutionally impermissible under Colorado's Blaine Amendment. Despite three dissenting justices who argued the funds supported parental choice, the majority decision effectively ended the program. In June 2017, the U.S. Supreme Court vacated the Colorado decision following its ruling in Trinity Lutheran v. Comer. In December 2017, the newly elected Douglas County School Board unanimously voted to terminate the Choice Scholarship Program, concluding the district's 6-year voucher effort. As a result, the U.S. Supreme Court dismissed the pending appeal as moot in early 2018. Although the Douglas County voucher program was short-lived, its influence extended well beyond the district. The Colorado Supreme Court's 2015 ruling reinforced a strict interpretation of the state's Blaine Amendment, shaping how public funds can and cannot be used in education. Even after the case was vacated and dismissed as moot, no other Colorado district attempted a similar program, showing the ruling's continued effect on state policy. Nationally, the case contributed to the broader debate over school choice and religious freedom, influencing later U.S. Supreme Court decisions such as Espinoza v. Montana Department of Revenue, 2020, which further clarified how public funding relates to religious schools. As Meltzer, 2018, notes, while the program itself ended, the legal and political questions it raised continue to shape education policy discussions today.